Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. You know that this literally does not work. Hope you all had a great day, or gonna have a great day. We have the Eagles tonight facing the Chargers, and what is basically Custard's last stand for us. The Eagles have to play the Buffalo Bills. They have the Chargers. Those are two games possibly that maybe they could lose. We have, they got the Commanders twice too. And yeah, good luck with that. They, in Minnesota, I believe they have. If they win this game, then you can definitely say, stick a fork in us. It's done. And quite frankly, the way we played this season, if you really check your heart, check your mind as opposed to your heart, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. But it's okay because we're just starting over. When you start over, you don't expect to win the race when you first start training. And that's where we are. We've gotten some things where we've seen tons of potential. We've seen some things that look like they're terrible and need to be worked on. But we're beginning to get a base of where we should be. Now, it would have been better had the Bears won yesterday because you got Green Bay with the half game. Then they would have been 8-4-1, and you'd been 2 games behind them potentially. But now you're going to have to hope that the Bears collapse. The Bears, the reality is if the Bears win one more game, they own a tiebreaker. No, actually they don't. No. If the Bears can't win more than one game, Bears can't win more than one game, we have to win out for them to drop below us. But you'll also need the Lions to drop some games, because the Lions now are ahead of you. You had a chance to leapfrog them, but you didn't. So you need them to lose. Now, if you're looking for good news here, there's still the Bears have to pay the Packers again, and so on. That there's a lot of division games that are still left. I think the Bears have to play the 49ers out there as well. So, maybe the 49ers end up dropping back down your way. And maybe that's just, and the thing that I always get killed on is everybody always says, oh, you said they're going to the playoffs. I have not said they're going to the playoffs any of these weeks. I said that the Cowboys are in the playoffs each week. Win, and your hopes to continue go on. Lose, you take a massive hit. You do take a massive hit. Now, the Cowboys could go 4-0 if they play like they did against Kansas City, who right now, Kansas City's got a worse record than we do, surprisingly. If they play like they did against Kansas City and against the Eagles or the Raiders, they can beat anybody. But if they play like they did this past week against the Lions, they can lose to anybody. And that's the reality of football. If they play their games, maybe we get to 10 wins, maybe at least 9. And as we started this season, we're basically right where I thought we would be. New coach, new players, young team. I said if we get 9 wins, I said it's a successful season. I said, will Cowboy fans be happy? No. They'll be pissed off because we didn't win the Super Bowl. But I said 9 or 10 wins with the team that we put together, letting go Micah Parsons, who might be the Defensive Player of the Year, go. Yeah. Reality is, as much as we want to think that Micah Parsons on the team, that the defense would have been markedly better. He would have made some plays, but it's not built for winning a Super Bowl. It's just saying, get rid of Logan Wilson, Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark. You take those 3 guys out and say, we're going to insert Micah Parsons. You're in no better shape. And you're kidding yourself if you think that is. Now, if you need somebody to blame and you want to look at it and say, oh, the Cowboys then fine. But you do you, boo. You do you. But we're just not there yet. We've got some pieces. We've taken care of the middle of the field. But now we got to take care of the perimeters. We've got to get the tackles together, find out if Big Nate can be the guy. Tyler Guyton can't stay healthy. Terrence Steele's good at running the football, but not good at pass blocking. You got to take care of that tackle situations right there. You've got to take care of finding out what makes George Pickens tick every single week. And Ferguson, you got to get him to stop fumbling. He's been fumbling way too much lately. Those are things that you have to work on for the offense. It's not as bad as it sounds. On the defense, you found a good one in Donovan E.Z. And Clowney is a good short-term fix, but you've got to get somebody to solidify out there. And I don't think Sam Williams is going to be the guy that you can rely on to be, the next Micah Parsons. Your linebacking core, I still don't know why we're doing Kenneth Murray. And that should be a fireable offense right there, just having Kenneth Murray out there every week playing more snaps than anybody else, and then trying to tell us that, he is physical, that he's physical. All we like is physicality. Yeah, it looks real physical as you're backing out of bounds 20 yards away from the play. That looks real physical. Cornerbacks, we got to get guys that stay healthy and can ball. So there's a long list. You fix those things, next year can be a totally different year. But the craziest thing is how quickly things change in the NFL. Yesterday, no snow, it's snowing out there today. And just like that weather changes, things change quickly in the NFL. Last year, Jalen Daniels could do no wrong. Right now, Jalen Daniels can't stay on the field. The Commanders, NFC Championship game, boom. They got mollywopped by J.J. McCarthy. 31-0. Kansas City, Super Bowl runner-up. Pretty much out of the playoffs right now. The Bears, still, they were the number 1 seed yesterday. They did drop to 7. And they could drop some more. But for the Bears to turn around from where they were last year to this year, goes to show you anything is possible. And you have to think with a year of seasoning, with Brian Schottenheimer, who's now been the coach for a season, and getting togethers and going through the Marshawn Nealon situation and dealing with George Pickens and everything else, and Jerry Jones, that he'll be better suited next year. So, got to go pack the car and get ready to hit the road. And tonight, we'll see what we're going to see. Craziest thing out here is week after week watching the playoff chase, how it seems like every game that could possibly help the Cowboys have all gone against the Cowboys. Peace.